Namibia's imports from Brazil recorded a major decrease in 2016, having traded only $65 million worth of goods from the $131 million the previous year. Although Brazil's exports shot up from $3.1 million to $15 million last year, it still did not have a significant impact on the country's earnings, and subsequently it lost about 10% of its gross domestic product. The Brazilian government had to reprioritize international trade and investment, and Namibia's economic climate is attractive.
There
was a serious economic crisis that impacted almost 10% of Brazil's GDP in a space of 2 years. This had serious effects on relations with other countries and exports, but we are recovering.
There are areas that the Latin American country has identified to add to its cooperation agreements with Namibia.
Now, other issues concerning development, social development, like agriculture, especially family agriculture, buildings, education, scholar feeding, an agreement of trade and investment is negotiating now.
President Geingob informed the visiting Brazilian diplomat on Namibia's industrialization program aimed at closing the inequality gap and to eradicate poverty. Government is benchmarking on Brazil and other Latin countries' experience on dealing with social problems and has contracted Cuba's first ambassador to Namibia, Angel Delmao Fernandez.
And therefore we said we declare war. Our mantra, our mandate is that we declare war against poverty and also corruption. So you talk about Ambassador Cuba, there will be no misunderstanding. He is now here brought working with us when we are now tackling that issue of eradication of poverty, food, hunger, and so on. So we brought him as a consultant, not as ambassador of Cuba here. He used to be the first ambassador, but now he's a staff. So he's working with us to address the question of poverty. We have a food bank concept. We are also looking at a basic income grant, copying from Brazil. So we are looking at all these things.
The Brazilian External Relations Minister will also visit Malawi, Botswana and Mozambique for high-level discussions. Blanche Coreses, NBC News, Windhoek.